Hello everyone, I'm Nur ÖZKAN.
I'm Merve YILDIRIM.
This is WeTalk channel.
Weekly News Program.
Let's get started. Legendary Marvel Comics co-creator and publisher Stan Lee has died. The 95-year-old comic book writer and publisher passed away a year after his wife's death. You may know him from the characters he created, or the cameos in Marvel movies. Stan Lee was the creator of some of the most well-known superheroes like Spider-Man, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men. He changed the way the world looks at superheroes. His characters weren't perfect, just like people who read his stories. That's the reason they became so popular. They were just like us. He was not afraid to tell his fans that racism is bad, when racism is a very common thing in the US. He refused to be an escapist and always wanted his readers to be aware of what's happening around the globe. Let's take a look at what Stan Lee replied to a letter that said he needed to be more escapist.
I can't see it that way. It seems to me that a story without a message, however subliminal, is like a man without a soul. In fact, even the most escapist literature of all-time fairy tales and heroic legends contain moral and philosophical points of view. At every college campus where I may speak, there's as much discussion of war and peace, civil rights, and so-called youth rebellion as there is of our Marvel. None of us lives in a vacuum. None of us is untouched by the everyday events which shape our stories just as they shape our lives. Sure, our tales can be called escapist, but just because something is for fun doesn't mean we have to blank our brains while we read it.
In other news, almost everyone has a Netflix account nowadays, right?
Yes.
And we have 4 suggestions Netflix movies for you.
Number 1. I don't feel at home in this world anymore. Comedy, drama, and crime. Sundance Grand Jury Prize in 2017 winner. When a depressed woman is burglarized, she finds a new sense of purpose by tracking down thieves.
Number 2. Annihilation, starring Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac. Sci-fi, horror, drama, and mystery. A biologist signed up for a dangerous secret expedition into a mysterious zone where the laws of nature don't apply.
Number 3. Apostle. Horror, drama, mystery. In 1905, a drifter on dangerous mission to rescue his kidnapped sister tangles with a sinister religious cult on an isolated island.
Number 4. Mudbound, starring Garrett Hedlund and Jason Mitchell. Drama, 4 Oscar nominations. 2 men return home from World War II and work on a farm in rural Mississippi, where they struggle to deal with racism and adjusting to life after war.
In other news, California is burning. More than 6,400 firefighters are battling California's 2 largest wildfires. It began 2 weeks ago and still can't be controlled. Our reporter Doğukan will give us details about the incident. Doğukan?
Thank you, Merve. Over 70 people have died in 2 weeks because of the huge fire. Sheriff of the Butte State, Corey Honia, reported that he wants a national team guard comprised of 100 people to find the bodies of injured people. Honia says 12,000 buildings have been burned and we don't have any information over 650 people. Many of the locals had to evacuate their homes and to somewhere else. Scott Baio, Guillermo del Toro, Kim Kardashian, Elisa Milano, and Ray Wilson had to leave their houses. The government will not allow evacuees to return until the fire has been controlled. Back to you, Merve.
Thank you, Doğukan.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. See you next week.